Hi guys, good afternoon. This is just a quick review on the Bluetti AC180 power pack, what we bought. It isn't a sponsored video, obviously. We bought this ourselves, but I was just doing a review. Hopefully it'll help somebody on basis if they're thinking of getting one. It's got all your kind of 12 volt here. It's got DC, AC outputs, DC's for your phone, USB and everything. It's got the port for the solar to come out to, and your charging pad for your phone on top. So that just goes on, sits on there, up on there like that, and then it'll pick the charge up and charge it. Which, personally, myself, I find it's a bit hit and miss if it charges. You've got to take your phone case off and then move it around a bit. It's not as simple as just plonking it on, and you've got to find the sweet spot for it to go to do it. But the review today is going to be, and also it can charge off your 12 volt while you're driving. There's a lead for that, so you can plug it in. So that's a good feature. Now, what we're going to test here, we're going to show you how much power it drains from the AC180 when you're boiling a kettle. This is a low voltage kettle. So this is meant for things like this. Don't know how many watt the kettle is. I think it must be 1,000. So this kettle, what we're going to show you boiling, it's a low wattage one from 1,300 watts to 1,600 watts basically, boiling. So we've filled it to the max line, which is just a litre in these kettles, and we're going to do a little review and show you how much percentage it takes from the battery. So we'll put it on. You see it's powering up there, 100% battery. Right, we'll put it on AC, and then we'll put the kettle on, and that's it coming on, as you can see, the kettle. So now we're going to see it's drawing 1392, 95, 89 watts. So it's drawing 1390 on average at the minute, which is your watts there, what it's doing. That's your battery capacity there. It's on 100%. And it's 0.7 hours until flat, drawing that many watts. So drawing 1390 watts, there's 0.7 hour of a battery left in it. Which, because it's your smaller power pack, hence the reason we're going to show you the good, well, the bits of the good and the bad, really. It is quite portable. There's still a little bit of weight in it for a portable power pack. It's still fairly heavy. As you can see, the kettle's boiling now, starting to. And the good thing, like I say, it can sit in the front, and you can charge it whilst you're driving. I mean, I do find this does drain the battery because it isn't a big power pack. It's the lithium ion, I believe, battery in them, and it's 1,800 watts. But for things like this, your kettle and stuff like there's an induction hob we've tried on it, and that pulls about the same power. In fact, that uses a fair bit to cook something on the induction hob. If you're cooking burgers, pizza, whatever it is on the induction hob, it does take a fair bit of power. But we're just going to show you with the kettle just now and see how much that's drawing. 1393, 96 watts. And still says 0.7 hours to the battery drain. As you can see, it's down to 93% already, the battery. We're boiling this kettle. We are down to 93%. So it is taking it out. which it isn't a big power pack, but this was, I mean, it's all we could afford at the time. Well, it's still all we can afford. So we bought this one. But yeah, it has got its good points. You can, there's some weight in it, kind of thing. There's a fair bit of weight in it, but it is portable still. And as I say, you can charge it whilst driving. And charging and phones and things like that, just phone cables. Anything you charge, your iPad, your phone. I mean, yes, the battery does last then. Which I'll show you in a minute. We'll put a cable in, and I'll show you exactly how long it lasts then on that basis. She's off boiling, still 1300, averaging around 1390 watts really, that kettle's drawing. And we're nearly there now. It's nearly boiling. We're going to do another review on this video in another day. But this little power pack, what we're running the light off, it's an Energizer one, and it's got one plug socket in the back for the AC plug socket, and then it's got all your ports in there plus a solar light. But we'll do another little review on that another day. But this, as you can see now, so you're averaging around 13.8988 watts to about 1395, and that kettle's nearly boiling. And as you can see, the battery's on 88% at the minute. So this was on 100, like I say, when we first put the kettle on. That's in eco. That's in eco mode, and the kettle's just boiling now, coming on to boiling. Just about to click off now. As you can see, that's it now. The battery's gone up to 99.6 hours. The kettle's clicked off and boiled. So it's took it from 100% down to 87% on the battery. And that's how much battery you use basically with a kettle. And it's basically took 4 minutes 50 to boil a kettle, because I've had it on the timer. So it takes 4 minutes 50 to boil a travel kettle at 1300 to 1600 watts. And on the Bluetti AC180, it drains it down, takes about 13% battery off, down to 87 from 100. Now if I was to, if I get the phone cable, if I just get a phone cable. So guys, this is the normal USB now. I'm going to charge up my phone, and we'll see what that takes. Put it onto DC. Okay, so as you can see, 99.9, it's gone down to 59.7 hours, battery hours left, and it's drawing 11 watts on the USB, the normal USB. So that's 59.7 hours left and 11 watts. So now I'm going to try the fast charger cable, which I'll plug into there, into your USB-C 100 watt connector. Now let's see what this draws. That is drawing, it's gone down to 59.7 hours again, and it's drawing 14 watts. That's the fast charger for the iPhone. So yeah, as you can see, it's not too bad when you're charging things. Kettles, induction hobs and air fryers do drain it. I do know, I can tell you the induction hob from 100%, it drains it. We cooked something the other night, which I'm trying to think what it was, I can't remember now, but anyway, we cooked a meal in it the other night. It was actually chips in the Ridge Monkey, chips and burger, chips and burgers, and that drained the induction hob on here from. It took about 40% off it, so that's something to bear in mind. It's drawing 15 watts now. Look, 14, 15. So yeah, something to keep in mind is the wattage for induction. And it's around about similar for the air fryer. So yeah, it's the quite big thing still to be taking power off it. Could I have probably done with a bigger one? It's an honest review. It's not a review as in they've sent it me. I've bought it myself at my own money. Could I do with the bigger one, a bigger Bluetti to power the van? Yes, on the basis of cooking and, well, the copious amounts of tea that I drink, you know. I need something about probably one that's size of this van, you know, a Bluetti. But on a whole, you can get a cup of tea. Takes about 13% off the battery to boil that. Your induction hob, just burgers and chips, if you're looking at that or cooking a meal, off of this AC180, you're talking 40%, around about the 40% mark. Which then still leaves you enough scope for your kettle for one for the night time and probably in the morning. So yeah, but I mean, it's the AC180, 1800 watt, 1152 watt hours, and yeah, that's the review on it. So if you'd like to know anything else, or and then as I was saying, the good thing is it will charge off of solar. It does charge off direct current household plug, and it will charge off your 12 volt whilst you're driving in the van. And us in the Highlands where we live, near the Outer Hebrides on the mainland, but across from there, it's a nice thing to know that you've got a little bit of power when you're out and about. Yeah, this is an honest thing. Could I have done with a bigger one? Yes. Would my bank account balance let me have a bigger one? No, else I would have bought a bigger one. But you never know what might come in future. I like to do honest reviews on things. Whether I was doing a review that somebody had sent me one or out my own money, it's still an honest review what you get. I'm not one of these people that will say, you know, whatever just because somebody's sent me something, or, you know. To me, I could have done with a bigger one where we live in Highlands, because you haven't always got you've got to drive to charge it. If you use your kettle at night, this is what you've got to keep in mind. If you boil your kettle at night once and then you boil it in the morning and you cook on it at night, you've got to be prepared that you're pretty much well down in your battery. But like us, we use a flask as a kind of a teapot. So what we do is we boil the kettle, and instead of us having a cup each of tea, or me just having a cup of tea, we tip it in the flask, and then we can keep, you know, we only got to boil the kettle once or twice maybe, depending on how much you drink. So yeah, something to keep in mind with that. And I hope that helps somebody anyway, and we'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe or tick like if you want to. If you don't. But thanks a lot.